Okay, guys, today is Thursday, May 28th. Okay, so we've been adding to the position since 1 hour ago. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys how the layout of the program. Okay, so you enable it here. Okay, so if you enable it or you disable it, if you disable it right here, it will stop adding to the position. Okay, so maybe you say, I'm gonna go maybe to the bathroom, or I'm gonna go to make a sandwich or some coffee, and let's say you don't want to add to the position. You say, no, I don't want to add. I'm okay with 2 or 3 macros, so I would not add, and you disable it. Okay, so if you want, when you come back to your desktop, okay, so your desk workspace, and you enable it again, it will be armed. Okay, so if you see here unrealized profit and loss armed, if you click here, it will remember, it uses unrealized profit and loss. For example, if I say we are up for $400, so I can change it here on the fly and say, for example, I want to win $500. Okay, let's say you say $500. Okay, if you do not enable it, it will not exit the trade. If you enable it, it will close the trade. Okay, so you can put whatever you want here. Okay, so but if you were gonna be managing the trade by yourself, well, just leave it unrealized profit and loss in the, or if you want maximum trading, maybe push to the upside, it will grab with the $1,000, and you will not be able to do it manually. Okay, the program will do it for you. You don't need an ATM strategy, and you don't need markers. You don't need any automation program. This program is self-fulfilled. Okay, so it doesn't need any other program. It can work with whatever a program you have that has plots. Okay, so it will work. It doesn't need anything else. It will just add to the position. That's its job, to add to a position. For example, my main logic here is to add to the position, okay, when the market is making stacked imbalances. Okay, so I will add to the position. I will go with the logic. Okay, so what do I use for the logic? You see the Nvidia, Tesla, Alphabet, Amazon, Microsoft, Apple. What are these guys doing? Are they going higher? Okay, what the 15-minute is doing, what the 10-minute is doing, what the 3-minute is doing. Are they going up? Are they above the VWAP? Okay, so you can use the VWAP, okay, with those instruments, or if you have a code that can do that something for you, maybe some blocks that you can find that when they are all green, you already know that multiple time frame is going long, so that way you will not be fooled. Okay, so that way you know where the market is going, and you add to the position slowly. What did I say about the martingale? Okay, you can see here price went down to the midband. Okay, so the midband served as support. Then you can see all the stacking here. You look at these stacks. Look at this stacking here. This is accumulation from the institutionals. Okay, this is the new way of trading, guys. Okay, just think about it. If you are trading with 1 mini and you throw 1 mini at the market with this volatility, this is the volatility that has never been seen before. Okay, so we are not 2 years ago. So over here right now we are working with people that has a lot of intelligence. The code has improved, speed has increased. Sometimes you don't even click them. There's times that you don't even cannot click the mouse. For example, today in the morning, there was a huge news. A market went up and down extremely. If you were short, you lost all your accounts. So it's better to be adding, slowly, and with micros. Okay, you add micros, and you can do the same amount of money doing with micros. Okay, so you don't need. Okay, so this is what I mean when you add a small to the position. Okay, so buyers are winning the race here. $749. It's too much or it's too little. Okay, so if you want to pass a combine or those any prop firm account, you need to be here in the PC because you need to know when to enter the trade. Okay, so it's nothing like you can leave it all by itself, and just manage and monitor your position. If you want to win $100, if you want to win $200, if you want to win $300, okay, you put you buy a 25 or a 50K account, okay, and you start working here because you need to work yourself. Okay, so it's very important for you to work yourself, understand, develop the stomach. With minis is very difficult because developing a stomach for minis, no matter how good you are, when the price reverses, sometimes we have candles that are 100 ticks. It's $2,000, $2,500. If you lose, it will. Just do the math. I don't need to tell you. Just do the math. Okay, so let's not be naive. Okay, so trading is very difficult, and sometimes we can the programs can work very well, but just one or two losers and will put you down to the put you down to the wall. So it's very complicated. As you can see in these two candles, we haven't had a stacked imbalance, so we didn't add to the position. You see these ones too, we didn't have stacked imbalance, for example here, here, so we didn't add. There's 3, 4, 5 candles that we couldn't add to the position because there were no stacked imbalances. So that's how it works. Okay, so once it gets to the 1000, it will close the trade, no questions asked. It will, for example, you see 10 contracts, 11 contracts. Okay, so you have one stop. It don't matter if this price comes back here and touches the stop, it will close all the contracts, no questions asked. Okay, so it doesn't matter how many contracts you have, the program already controls everything, and you don't need to be doing anything else. Okay, so we're gonna wait and see. Let's see how it goes to the $1,000. It's more than one mini right now, but diversified. Okay, so it's not just one throw at a time, so you will need about 1 hour or so, depending on the market. The best to use here, I've been testing a lot, is the European close. After these guys go away, you can, once the market starts finding direction, you can trade more nicely, more cleaner. You can get your profit. $800 is too much, so you can get a little bit, 200, 300. Okay, so you don't risk too much, or maybe you can do many. You can do $100 at a time for every hour. Okay, so like I said, you don't need markers, you don't need anything. This program is its own. Once you start a trade, okay, so let me be clear with this. It will not start a trade for you. You will need to find the best location and enter a trade. Okay, once you enter the trade, if you enable it, it will start adding to the position if we find stacked imbalances. Okay, so it will not do auto trading for you. It's not automatic. You will need to add to the position. What it will do is use the unrealized profit and loss. Okay, so if you say $100, if we have 3 contracts in one push, okay, it will, if you get 99.99, it will close the trade. No questions asked. It will not wait for bar close. It will not wait for anything. It will close the trade. Okay, so you need to be aware of that. Okay, so if you don't like the trade, you just close it here. Close it, and that's it. Nothing else. You don't do nothing else. You can control everything. Okay, if you want to exit one contract, you just put one quantity here, and sell at market. It will close one trade, one contract. It's nothing complicated. It's very easy. It's an indicator, but has the ability to automate entries. Okay, so that's the ability it has. For example, if you are long in a position, it will not short. If you short, it will not long. Okay, so that's how it works. And if it goes underwater, I have it I don't want to do martingale. I don't like martingale. I've used it in the past and it doesn't work. The more you add to the losing position, the more you lose. See if sellers get absorbed here. For example, you can use a 2-minute chart, you can use a 5-minute, a 10-minute, a 15-minute. I would not recommend you going over 15 minutes, but everybody is different. You can go to a 5-minute and add to the position every 5 minutes. Okay, so right now it will add every 2 minutes if the conditions are true. All right, guys, I will close this trade. It's not working as expected. Market is just trying to go higher, but no, it's just dying there. Okay, so as you can see here, you can close the trades. You can use the close from the chart trader. It's an indicator, like I said, but it can automate. Okay, so let's see if we can get another trade later. Okay, market close and see if we can catch another one. But for now, $800. If you're trading a prop firm account, you should be done for the day. Okay, so this is your past. If you're gonna need to do $3,000 for today, is more than enough. Okay, so let's see if we can make more later, but I do not promise. I need to do some stuff right now. So as you can see, it will tell you these 3 lines, these contracts lost, and all these green lines tell you that the prior contracts made the money. Okay, so that's how it works. Like I said, if you're interested in the program, you can contact me. I will be happy to send you information. This will give you a better approach to trading if you've always been scared of trying to make one contract and do the money. This program, it tells, it sparses your way of not losing all your money. Okay, so your risk is defined here. Okay, so how many contracts you want. Like I said, you can disable the scaler if you have 3 contracts and you say, no, I don't want to keep on adding because the code has 30 contracts allowed. You can disable it. It will not add to the position, okay, because you already disabled it. If you want to continue, you find the trade that it's probable. You see buyers in the tape, you see buyers piling in, and you can re-enable it. Okay, so there's always so many things that you can do. For example, you can say, I have it on 1 contract per candle, and condition you can have 2. Okay, every time it adds 1, and we have a tire which after X amount of profit you can add 2 contracts. Okay, or double the size of what you have. It's unlimited what you can do. There's no limitation of what you can do. It depends on your risk appetite and what you want to do. Okay, so thanks for watching, guys.